Hello class, how are you all today? Are you all ready to learn about figurative language? Okay, well today's standard is interpret figures of speech in context. Can anyone tell me what figurative language is? Okay, good guess, good guess. Well, figurative language is phrasing that goes beyond the exact meaning of words. Okay, figurative language includes similes, metaphors, personification, onomatopoeia, hyperbole, alliteration, and idioms. So what does that mean? Onomatopoeia is a word that includes sound, right? Similes involve comparisons of one thing with another thing of a different kind. Like say for instance, oh, the sun shines bright like a diamond, right? Okay, metaphors are when an object or action is described in a way that, that isn't actually true. Okay, say for instance, someone says, oh, she was dying for attention. No one dies from attention. They can beg for attention, they can seek for attention, but dying for attention, don't think that's possible. Personification. Personification is when something non-human gets represented like a human. Has anyone ever heard the saying, the trees dance in the wind? Or the dog, I don't know, not the dog, but let's say they say your phone got up and walked away. Your phone can't walk, right? That makes sense. So that means someone, took your phone and moved it, or you moved it and you don't know where it's at. An example of an onomatopoeia would be boom, pow, or clash, something that makes sounds, or pa 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 pa, when people make little noises, right? Hyperboles. Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement or claims not meant to be taken literally. Okay. Alliteration. Alliteration is repetition of the same letter or sound at the beginning of closely connected words. I remember when I was in elementary school or when I was younger, we would always say the woodchuck could chuck, something of that nature, or either we would say Sally sold seashells by the seashore. And it was always hard for us to do it because it was kind of like a tongue twister. Idioms. Idioms are a group of words in a fixed order that have meaning that's different from meanings of words of its own. Say for instance, you have bitten off more than you can chew. That means you got yourself in something difficult that, you aren't able to handle, right? That makes sense because I'm pretty sure everyone has heard their parents say something of that nature. I know when I was younger, my mom used to always say, you're going to get your... No, she would always tell me that exact saying because I would always start something and then I would get frustrated because I started it and I don't know how to finish it. Okay, since we went over, the figurative languages and examples of them, before we get into the lesson, I want you all to go into your journals, create a journal entry. I want you all to give me your own example of give me your own example of a figurative language. Either one of them. You can do 2, you can do 3, if you're up to it. I need at least one, but the more the better, the more the merrier, the more the happier. The more you do them, the more you tend to understand them. I want you all don't just do a simile, because we can always say like or as for similes, right? A hyperbole is almost the same as a simile, kinda, except you're not saying like or as. Okay, while you're doing your journal entries, I will be gathering the materials for a KWL chart. I want to test your knowledge as far as, do you really comprehend what figurative language is, how you can use it, how does it enhance reading or writing, right? So I will give you all time to do your to do your journal entry. I will give you all 5 minutes. Okay, so now that you all have done your journal entries, I want you all to place them in the bins of your correct class. Go ahead, I'll give you all time. Go ahead. Okay, so go ahead. I will place you all in groups to do a KWL chart. First, I will model how you would do the KWL chart. I will show you what I expect out of the KWL chart. For my KWL chart, I will say what I know of the figurative language. What am I willing to learn? Well, what will I learn? Well, what do I want to know? And what I have learned. So, what do you all know of the KWL chart? Well, what do I know about the KWL chart? What do I know about figurative language, right? I know it can enhance your writing. I know it could help exaggerate things, compare things, make sounds. What do I want to know? How can I use them the correct way? Not just any way, but the correct way. What have I learned? After I've explained what each figurative language was, similes, comparison, hyperboles, exaggeration, onomatopoeias, sound, alliteration. It gives human characteristics to non-human things or beings. Now, I want you all, you don't have to use what I said. I need you to figure out, what have you learned? What did you know? And what did you want to know? And after you all do your KWL charts, I will, answer any questions that you all have. Take your time, do them. I will give you all 10 minutes. Okay. Now that you all are done with your KWL charts, let's take a look. Okay. Now that we're done with the KWL charts, I will play 2 videos from YouTube. Okay, now that the video is done, can you tell me what type of figurative language is? She was so hungry she ate a cow. Nobody? It's a hyperbole, you guys. What about kapow? You're right. It's an onomatopoeia. What about the dog was barking so much that she talked to me? Right, again, it's another hyperbole. What about, let's see. Or how about you all give me your own example of one of the personifications or alliterations. I like that one. I really do. Didn't even think about that one. Okay. So now that we've kind of learned more than we thought we would learn about figurative language, now you all will do a figurative language worksheet. And that should only take you guys 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to do. Okay, time's up. I want you all to also turn in those worksheets in the same place that you turned in your journal entries. Go ahead, and once you've turned in those worksheets, I want you all to get a partner. Grab a partner so you all can do a think, pair, and share. You all will read a passage from The Wizard of Oz. You would think to your partner, is this figurative language? I want you all to talk to each other, try to get an understanding of what it looks like in a story. Not just when you're saying it, but I want you to see it, read it, understand it. Okay? That should take you all 5 minutes as well. Well, not 5. I add an extra 5 onto the group. Okay, so now as we're closing the lesson now, I want you all to ask me questions. Never mind, do not ask me questions. How about I just, refresh you all's memory, clarify anything that, you might not understand, you need me to go into detail about. And then we will do a ticket out of the door to make sure, to test you all's knowledge of what you have learned. And then after I've clarified and, you all have done your exit entry, I will summarize the whole lesson that we've done today, and then you all will be able to leave.